Hello, and welcome to La Telenovela de mi Familia, or My Family Soap Opera. I'm Angela Pena. Join me as we take a journey into the past and discover how cool those Penas really are. I was born on August the 4th, 1967, in Fort Stockton, Texas, to George and Sandy Pena. When I was born, my dad was serving in the Army. He was stationed in Cam Ranh Bay on the coast of South Vietnam. Even though my mom hadn't graduated high school, she still did her part to assure everyone had equal rights. One thing she did was tutor people so they could pass the literacy test in order to vote. She helped to erase one barrier for Hispanics. In 1967, Fort Stockton was a mostly Hispanic farming community. Even with Hispanics being a majority, most positions of power were held by Anglos. My paternal grandfather did manage to break through those barriers, though, and he held seats on both the school board and city council. When my dad was discharged from the Army, he took a job as a police officer in Odessa, Texas. It was a mixed race of people, but my parents sent me to a school in a mostly white, affluent neighborhood. I was raised Catholic, and I did all the proper Catholic rites: baptism, First Communion, and even confirmation. I sang in the church choir and taught Sunday school when I got old enough. I come from a long line of warriors: Aztecs, conquistadores, Apaches, and Germans. We never backed down from a fight and strived to achieve justice for all. My paternal great-grandmother, Matilde Villanueva de Aniceto Pena, came to Texas in 1877. Because Fort Stockton did not have a priest, Matilde took it upon herself to assure that the souls of her pueblo were saved. She led rosaries, novenas, and gave communion. But she is best remembered for starting up the first doctrina, or Sunday school. My maternal great-great-grandmother came to Fort Stockton from Mexico in the early 1800s. She was a respected member of her community who often did charity work to help others. In this picture, you can see the original house behind my uncle. I grew up with my mom and dad and two very obnoxious little sisters. Actually, we grew up and I discovered how wonderful they really are. My family is most important to me. We may not always agree, and we often do things differently, but we're there for each other when the going gets tough, and that's what's most important. The most important family member is my son. He's taught me to be a little bit less serious and a little bit more fun. I started Permian High School the same year that the federal courts mandated desegregation. It was a turbulent time, and I witnessed several fights, all because of race. While I was in high school, my mom decided to get her high school diploma as well. We all encouraged her to go on to college, and 2 years later, we both earned our associate's degrees. I went on to UTPB and became the first in my family to earn a bachelor's degree. Today, I teach second grade bilingual students in Monahans, Texas. Now, it is my turn to pick up the torch and do something great to help my community. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm sure I'm going to enjoy the ride. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope it's been fun, uplifting, and educational.